What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on Nootropics. I'm gonna talk about nootropics for road tripping. That was a question that came through in like one of the Facebook forums, and it's actually a good question because I've done this before. I'm about to do it again, and here would be my take. As you see, number one is modafinil, but there's a couple others in particular setups that you should take if you're going to be road tripping. In the meantime, guys, this broadcast is brought to you by a couple products. Number one, the Cortex Nootropic Stack, powerful pre-made stack. It's just a sort of turn everything on type of stack, motivation, mental energy, drive to work. It's for business folks. If you're a business person, get the Nootropic Stack. If you need to be productive, if you like to clean your house, get the Cortex Stack, livecortex.com. Better deals, the double stack, that's 2 bottles of Cortex. They're $24 each though. So it's basically discounted Cortex if you buy 2 bottles. You can find that at livecortex.com. Listen, if you're brand new to nootropics and still confused about what's going on, but really want to kind of get a leg up in it all, get Nootropics Ground Zero. This is a video course that I created for people that are new to show you the ropes, but give you very advanced methodology and strategy on using nootropics to get good results. You can find it at livecortex.com. Also, if you're new and want to learn my take on surgically using nootropics with a really cool interactive audio book that I created, Get Smarter, Better, Faster Audio. I gotta move it all down because of this whole road tripping list here. It's a book that teaches you how to surgically use nootropics the way that I use them, but it's an audio book of me reading the book. It's just sick. Find that at livecortex.com. Wanted to mention quickly that we still have one more slot in the 3.5 month. And there's a couple slots in the 6-month intensive. These are large-scale nootropics intensive consults, so get on those ASAP. And then also we have a year consult as well for folks that want to just save a little bit of money and have me work with them for the year on brain performance, mostly business people, fostering productivity, fostering a bunch of usable stacks. Really, in the year one, we can fix essentially any issue that you have to, because you sort of have to work on energy hormones in order to make nootropics maximize their effect. You just have to be awesome at baseline. Get all that stuff at livecortex.com. Also, nootropics t-shirts are, I wouldn't say almost sold out, but close to being sold out. So go get one and you will look like that guy. livecortex.com. Road tripping. So, if this assumes you're in a car and you're driving somewhere, it was last August. I took a trip, my gal and I took a trip out west, and we went to Las Vegas first, and then from there we drove to Utah and then Arizona, and we went to Sedona, for those of you that know Arizona, and then we went back to Vegas for a couple days, and then we flew home. So driving in a car, you will be able to have access to things like modafinil. I had the Moda shipped to a friend of mine who lives in just outside of Las Vegas. That's how I had the modafinil there. But if you've got to fly, you might want to think about that because they might stop you. They may not either. I mean, I know friends that put cannabis in capsules, small little supplement capsules, and just throw them in a Bacopa jar with the rest of the Bacopa, and goes to the TSA. Sorry, that was my phone ringing. Goes to the TSA just fine. So, if you're road tripping though, like if you're in a car and you're going to different destinations, this was the question that came up. Like, what nootropics would you have? First of all, I don't know if you ever road trip before. Like if you're driving, this dude was driving 23 hours kind of cross country, but making obviously at least a stop. You're going to want to have modafinil in the picture, right? It's just, there couldn't be a better application for modafinil in terms of what it does in inducing wakefulness than driving for long periods of time. In fact, truck drivers use modafinil. It's kind of a thing that I guess it's like under the radar, people don't really know about, but that is a thing that actually happens. If you were going to take a long trip, you would definitely want to have some modafinil in the mix. Secondly though, so I'm going to take that off the screen and we're going to go into properties and get to the bottom of this. Secondly, for the the sort of creativity part of it, or being interested in what you're seeing, like when I had taken this road trip out west, to drive to Sedona, Arizona, which is this place where it's like mountainous and these really, really beautiful red mountains. Those of you that have been there, you understand what I'm talking about. It's probably one of the most beautiful places I've been, if not the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. There's mountains everywhere, and it's just so much to see. Even if you're driving, if you're a passenger, better yet, it's the coolest thing. And so a meditative, like creativity-esque stack would be useful, and that would be the following. Oh, way too big. Aniracetam and some rhodiola. Aniracetam and rhodiola. I first found out that that combination is really good for certain types of brain function, particularly creativity, but which would help you on a road trip, like to be interested in the stuff that you're seeing. Using it for meditation. It was like my meditation stack. I'd take the stack, meditate for 20 minutes, and then be in this really, really great creative state where I was interested in stuff. Aniracetam just generally makes you interested in things. It makes you want to work. It makes you like interested in going to the store. Whatever it is you're doing, you take a better, you take a deeper interest in things, or you actually pay attention to otherwise things you take for granted, because your brain is working on a different level processing wise, and you're able to put stuff in and hold it there more. It's just cool. I used to people watch using aniracetam and using that stack. So for that creative kind of enjoyment state, that's what I'd be taking with me as well. But generally, when you're traveling and talking about ease of use, one of the most effective strategies to have is, I don't know if that'll actually go in one thing, but yeah, that right there. 100 milligram uridine clips and 100 milligram dynamine clips, basically just capsuled or whatever, however you want to carry it. You could dose the uridine sublingually. That's one thing that I've done on road trips before. But that's a very simple combination. I mean, you could certainly take the dynamine by itself and it would give you some good energy. But the uridine dynamine alone, like I like simple stacks that just kind of turn on brain energy and turn on brain performance, but like keep you awake at the same time, is both really, really easy and actually a good combination of things. So to keep it simple, I'd probably just do that. If you're somebody that requires choline sources, I would, it's hard to say because I don't usually, and if I do, I'll just eat some eggs. But probably bring maybe some choline by tartrate capsules, like 100 milligrams. This way you can scale up if you need to, like if 3 or 4 is your dose. But you're not having too much of it in the mix, because too much tends to put you into cholinergic overload if your brain isn't using it correctly. Of course, you could solve that problem with coliracetam to properly uptake the choline, but then it muddies the waters a little bit on your travels. If you can't get access to modafinil, bring a Drafinil, because you're going to want to stay awake for those long drives. And that's my take on it. Pretty much this template right here is what I'm going to bring on my upcoming trip to Florida. Will I bring anything else? I mean, I'll bring B complex. I'll bring like some stuff in bottles. Shilajit. I'll have Cistaunch powder. I will have nootropics wise. I'm nothing else really, because I'm going to be flying, so I don't want to bring bromantane. I'll probably just bring either ship modafinil to the place or have a Drafinil. But I'm not going to be road tripping a whole lot there. I'm actually just flying straight to Florida. But I will take the uridine and the dynamine clips. Those are very useful in this particular situation. Hey, Max, what's up? My cat decides to say hello to everybody. So that's my take. Keep it simple. Whatever you decide to take, keep it simple. Like pre-capsule things before you go. And absolutely have modafinil, because then just like, okay, so what are you gone for a week or 2 weeks or something? You don't have to really worry about cycling all that much. You're going to downregulate receptors in a week or 2 weeks or do anything crazy with modafinil, taking it consistently. I always warn against it, but totally fine. Quite honestly, modafinil is, or Drafinil has always been in my nootropics regimen when I either do road tripping or travel. It's just super easy, and that's an important point, okay? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope that's been useful. Hope that's been fun. Topic came from Facebook group called Nootropics 2.0, I believe, which is a group that I follow and I'm a part of, and people ask some cool questions every now and then. There's also good content there, because people ask questions and then folks answer them. Like 30 people answer, and then you have to sort of decipher what makes sense for you in the comments section. Guys, remember this broadcast has been brought to you by the Cortex Stack, powerful pre-made nootropic stack. We'll be running a BOGO soon, but we got to get new stock to do that. So right now, Cortex is live at livecortex.com. But if you want a deal, get the double stack. You get 2 bottles. They're $24 each. Livecortex.com. Probably the best deal we've ever run on Cortex, honestly. Besides buy one get one, this is the second best deal. Nootropics Ground Zero, again, if you're brand new to nootropics, you just got to get that course. It'll teach you everything and save you a lot of time, probably about 3 years. Smarter, Better, Faster audio, very awesome audio book, interactive audio book of a book that teaches you how to surgically use nootropics and breaks pretty much everything in the class down like everything in the Nootropics class down. Nootropics Masterclass, if you want to get a little more advanced, take your level to 6 years using Nootropics. Very cool video course. A bunch of other products, Nootropics Stacks for the business professional. If you're a business guy, get that at livecortex.com. And then remember the 3.5 month and the 6 month consulting packages just about booked, but we got a slot left on the 3.5 month and a couple slots on the 6 month left. And if you want to just like save a little bit of money and go all out and have me work with you for an entire year, get the 1 year Nootropics and biohacking performance results driven consult, livecortex.com. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Talk to you next time.